loves, hi beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Eunice Vogue and this is Eunice Vogue. If you're new here, kindly like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification button so you get notified every single time I post on my channel. I'll not waste too much of your time, guys. Let's get right into today's video. What are we going to be talking about today, guys? I'm going to be talking about protective styling, identifying a protective style to help you with these things so that the next time you're going to put that style in, it's not going to damage your hair. It's going to help you retain length and it's going to help you grow your hair the more. So let's start with what a protective style is. A protective style is a style that helps us to retain our length and also help our hair grow. And also there are three factors we need to consider when talking about protective style. It's a style that actually pays attention to your edges, that pays attention to your scalp, and pays attention to the end of your hair. So when you're trying to get a protective style done, if it doesn't think about your edges, if it doesn't help your scalp, if it doesn't help the end of your hair, then that's not a protective style. It's also a style that doesn't require much manipulation. It doesn't require much energy. It doesn't require much style for you to do. So too much is way too much. Okay, like they say, too much of everything is bad. So if that style is just doing way too much on your head, it's bad. So the style you should be thinking of doing is a style that doesn't require too much manipulation. So if that style you're about to get on your hair requires too much manipulation, you need to start considering not doing that style because it's going to cause damage on your hair. So that's how do we identify a protective style? So there are numerous styles we see on our day-to-day lives on Instagram, on Pinterest, on social media handles. When we're walking, you just see a lady and the style she's doing is so beautiful. You're like, oh my god, I'm going to try this style. So starts from like braid to cornrows to twist to bantu knots to twist out to twist in to braid out to braiding to crochet, wig, you can name a lot. There are a lot of styles we actually do, and there are a lot of styles we do. So I'm going to be shaking the tables of some protective styles. I think they are not even protective styles at all. So now let's consider the fact that I talked about the style doesn't require a lot of manipulation on your edges, on your scalp, and on your hand. Now let's start with Ghana braiding. Ghana braiding are so gorgeous, let's not lie. Ghana braiding are just one of the most gorgeous hair we see. But the funny thing about Ghana braiding is it's not a protective style. Let me tell you why. Now Ghana braid actually tends to stress your edges. It tends to stress the strand of your hair. So if it's doing that, it's not a protective style. Or maybe, okay, I feel maybe the way some people do the Ghana braids actually makes it not a protective style, because I feel a lot of people actually complain that when they get Ghana braids done and they take it down, it tends to affect their hair scalp, their edges. It tends to cut their edges small. So if that style is cutting your edges and your hair, then that's not a protective style. So guys, you need to reconsider that Ghana braid you're doing, or maybe you need to reconsider that stylist that is doing that Ghana braid that's causing damage to your hair, because I feel maybe Ghana braid can work for a few people, but a lot of people I know actually complain of Ghana braids breaking their edges so much. So when it tampers your edges, that's not a protective style. So now you might be doing a very nice style on your hair. The style is so good, it's so good, it's so beautiful, it's so nice, it's so wonderful, but the time frame you carry that hair actually affects it if it's a protective style or not. So when you carry a hair more than 6 to 8 weeks, that's not a protective style, because let me make it straight to you. You leave your hair for 8 weeks. It doesn't have access for you to wash out those dirt on your hair. It doesn't have access for you to remove those particles that have built up on your hair, causing itchiness, because a lot of you tend to itch your hair when carrying hair, because it's just way too much on your hair. Your favorite YouTubers that will tell you how to rebraid your 3 months old hair. If you search there are a lot on YouTube. How I protect my cornrow for 3 months, how I did this and did that, hair for more than 8 weeks, I think the hair is going to be protected. And you know the funny thing they do, then after like taking it down, they don't show you the real amount of hair shed they lost or they just show you parts of the hair shed a lot and you're like, oh my god, it's not really that bad. It's okay for me to carry a style for 3 months. It's very bad for you to carry a style for 2 months. You should carry it for 6 weeks. Okay, let's just say 2 months at most. But the highest a week, a month and 2 extra weeks. When you're carrying a hair for more than 1 month and 2 extra weeks, please just know that there's a lot of tendency for your hair to get damaged and bad. Okay, then we make mistakes when we want to take our braids or our hair down. It's we hurriedly do it. Why are you rushing to? If it takes you 3 weeks, three days to take your hair down, yeah, do it, fine. Now it might not be the protective style that actually cuts your hair, but the way you take that style down actually affects your hair. You're rushing to take it. Why are you rushing to take the hair down? When you were putting the hair in, you didn't rush. So when taking it down, why are you rushing? Nobody's rushing you. You just have to calm down. You just have to relax. Don't rush it, please. So please, when taking down your hair, also be very careful. Be very careful how you take down your hair. This is another reason why your hair tends to be damaged. Now, when taking down your hair, please do not take down a dry hair. So when you want to take down your hair, you can just put like a little conditioner on your hair and you take it down. It's going to reduce the tendency for your hair to get tangled and for your hair to break. So when taking down your hair, apply a little conditioner or spray your hair with water, then you take it down. It's going to reduce the amount of breakage, and it's not going to make your hair frizzy. So you see a lot of people taking down their hair and they're like, my hair is frizzy, it's dry, is this, is that. It's because you didn't apply product where you're taking it down and you're hurriedly taking your hair down, so it's going to cause much more damage to your hair. So now let's talk about the factors we need to put in our mind when trying to carry a protective style. What we need to think of, the things we need to put into consideration before putting that hair into our head. The things we need to put into consideration before putting that style in. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about, I'm sorry because I usually talk about this a lot, and that's moisture. So guys, if that's how you're going to put it in your hair, doesn't allow you to have access to moisture, sorry, that's not a protective style. Now a protective style allows you to have moisture to your hair, because moisture is something that helps your hair grow. So if that's how you're doing, doesn't have access to moisture to your edges of your hair, to the scalp of your hair, and to the end of your hair, please, that's not a protective style. A protective style allows you to have access to moisture to your edges, to your scalp, and to the end of your hair. So if that style doesn't allow you have moisture to these 3 parts of your hair, that's not a protective style. Like I usually use plants, for example. A plant that doesn't get moisture doesn't grow, and that's how you see in the desert plants just don't grow, because there's no access to moisture. But you see the plants around us grows. Why? Because there's moisture, there's water touching it. So if your hair doesn't have access to moisture, it's going to be dry, it's going to be frizzy, and it's going to have much more tendency for your hair to break. So please, before putting that style in, always consider, is there going to be access to moisture? If there's not going to be access to moisture, please do not take that style in, so that you don't tend to lose hair very, very fast. Is that style heavy? Yeah, I'm asking you. That style you're about to put in, is it going to be heavy on your hair? Now this is for my crochet ladies. Sorry I'm shaking tables, but I'm just trying to like make you know the point. Now you're going to do a crochet, and it requires you to use 5 bundles, and when you use that 5 bundles, it's going to be as if you're carrying the world on your hair. Please, that's not a protective style. It's not that requires too much heavy. That's too heavy. It's too heavy on your head. That's not a protective style, because it's actually affecting your scalp, because it's your scalp that's like the foundation for you to carry that hair. It's actually causing too much stress on your scalp, and it's going to cause damage to your scalp. So if that hair you're doing is heavy, it's not going to be nice, because it's actually affecting your scalp, and that's not a protective style. So also know that style, if it's heavy, it's not a protective style. So take it down. Another thing you need to consider when doing a protective style is the end of your hair. Like I said, if the end of your hair is not tucked in properly, that's not a protective style. We are trying to protect our end, like we're not allowing um some factors to touch our hair, to touch the end of our hair, so our hair don't get freezing fast, it doesn't get dry. So now if your hair is not tucked in, it has the tendency for it to get dry fast, for it to want to break fast. So please tuck your hair in. If you don't tuck your hair in properly, your hair is going your hair end is going to break, and that's not a protective style. Style that does too much on your hair is not a protective style. So please, if it's doing way too much on your hair strand, that's not a protective style. These styles are just doing way too much on your hair. That's not a protective style. So you should consider the factors that before you can get that style on your hair, it's protecting your edges, it's protecting the end, it's protecting your scalp. There's access to moisture. It's not too much to do. It's not giving you too much stress. Then if that's how you're going to do, is not doing any of these, it's not giving you stress, it has access to moisture, it has access to protect your end and everything, then you can do that style. That is actually a protective style. So guys, till we meet again, bye. I love you, but God loves you more.